Good afternoon. I was listening to this beautiful music and they said to me, go and speak of the threefold flame. I'm going to play this in the background as I am speaking to you because this topic of the threefold flame may be the most important conversation you ever hear. I have to show you here, I have a threefold flame. So years ago, many years ago, I went to Argentina and on a bus back to Buenos Aires from Rio and from Iguazu Falls, I met someone who introduced me to Saint Germain and to the teachings of the I Am, and I started learning all of those teachings in Spanish, and one of the most important teachings I learned about was about La Llama Trina, the threefold flame. The threefold flame is the flame of divinity within our hearts. It's our flame of immortality, and it has three pathways or corridors of energy: yellow for wisdom, blue for power and the will of God, and pink for love. And as Paul said, the greatest of these is love. The threefold flame is intended to be balanced, and when it is balanced, it spins, and it spins in the rhythm of the waltz. We actually have a waltz inside our heart, even if you can't hear it. And so I had learned about the threefold flame. They call it the indwelling presence of God. In the East, they call it the Atman. It's what Jesus referred to when he said, the kingdom of God is within you. It's a fire. And that fire can grow and it can expand. And so I remember a very specific experience I had with someone where I went to visit this young woman in her home. This was back in Buenos Aires. And I noticed that she was wearing all of this beautiful and expensive jewelry. And at the time I thought I would love to have jewelry like that. And that's the thought that crossed my mind. So later that night, I went to sleep, and the Masters, God, took me into the secret chamber of my heart. It's a place that mystics and saints have visited. Saint Teresa of Avila called it the interior castle. It's a cosmic interval. It's an interdimensional dimension of being, if you can imagine. And as I went into that place, I witnessed the most glorious flame blazing in my heart. It was so bejeweled, it was so dazzling, it was yellow, blue, and pink. It was spinning, it was sending forth shafts of light. And I remember thinking at that moment to myself, You don't need any outer jewelry. The most beautiful jewel you have is in your heart. And I realized what an incredible gift it was that God had placed this threefold flame inside our being. Namaste. That means I bow to the light within you. That means in that light of the threefold flame, there is only one of us. God bless you.